What if you could actively support and maybe even rebuild your brain's resilience as you age? Today, we're going to explore a clinician-guided protocol that aims to do exactly that. This is the science behind NEUROgevity. Let's start with a feeling that might be a little too familiar. Do you ever get that creeping brain fog? A sudden lapse in focus, or just that nagging sense that your mental clarity isn't quite what it used to be? If any of that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone, and there are profound biological reasons for it. You see, it isn't just a feeling, it's actual physiology, and it can start earlier than you might think. As early as your 40s, we can see measurable shifts in the brain. The density of the connections between your brain cells, your synapses, can decrease. The efficiency of your mitochondria, those tiny powerhouses inside every cell, starts to decline. And your brain's incredible ability to adapt and learn, which we call neuroplasticity, can begin to slow down. So let's really dig into what's happening on a biological level. This brings us right to our first section, the fog of cognitive decline. All those underlying shifts we just talked about, well, that's what you experience day to day. It shows up as that persistent brain fog, a noticeable reduction in focus, those moments of diminished memory, and that feeling that your mental stamina, your cognitive endurance just doesn't last through the day anymore. But here's the big question. What if we could address these changes right at their source? That's the focus of our next section, rebuilding your brain's connections, where we'll dive into the science of neuroplasticity and synaptic repair. The central concept here, the really big idea, is synaptic plasticity. This is the brain's truly remarkable ability to form, strengthen, and literally reorganize its own neural connections. Just think about that for a second. Your brain isn't fixed. It's constantly remodeling itself. And this isn't just a fascinating idea. It is the fundamental mechanism that underpins all of our learning and memory. And this is a really crucial distinction. Conventional stimulants often just mask the symptoms. They give you a temporary lift without addressing the root cause. A modern precision approach is entirely different. It aims to support actual structural brain repair by actively encouraging the formation of new neural connections. This process, the birth of new synapses, is called synaptogenesis. So, how can we support this process of repair and rebuilding? This leads us right to the core science of neurogevity transmission, a protocol designed specifically for cellular restoration. The protocol is built on a comprehensive three-pronged strategy. First, to restore synaptic connectivity. Second, to power up mitochondrial health. And third, to support the brain's own growth factors. Let's break down each of these key pillars. So, that first step is all about rebuilding the brain's physical connections. The protocol uses a breakthrough neuropeptide, which is essentially a small protein that acts as a messenger in the brain. Preclinical research suggests this compound can increase the density of what are called dendritic spines. You can think of these like tiny little branches on a neuron that receive incoming signals. So more branches mean more connections and better communication. It's like upgrading the brain's internal wiring. Now for step 2, energy. And this is a big one. Your brain is the most energy-hungry organ in your entire body. That energy is produced by mitochondria. So when these tiny powerhouses become dysfunctional, it directly impacts cognitive function. In fact, science now points to mitochondrial decline as a primary driver of age-related cognitive issues. So how does the protocol address this? It uses a blend of targeted nutrients, sometimes called mitochondrial adaptogens, that are specifically chosen to support these cellular powerhouses. They work in 4 key ways. First, they help mitochondria produce energy more efficiently. Second, they act like antioxidants, protecting them from damage. Third, they help maintain the structural integrity of your neurons. And finally, they help calm neuroinflammation, which is a key factor in cognitive aging. The third pillar focuses on stimulating the brain's own repair mechanisms. The protocol uses specific plant-based compounds, or botanical neuroactives, along with a crucial molecule called uridine. Uridine is a building block for RNA and is vital for creating new synapses. Together, they've been shown to encourage the production of nerve growth factor, or NGF. Think of NGF as fertilizer for your neurons. It's absolutely essential for their survival, growth, and repair. But look, cellular restoration takes time. And what about the need for performance right now? This leads to a 2-part strategy, combining immediate enhancement for today with long-term structural repair for tomorrow. This strategy combines 2 distinct but completely complementary approaches. On one side, you have neurolongevity, which is focused on long-term structural repair for lasting resilience. On the other, You have Brain Boost Plus, which is designed for immediate focus and clarity by optimizing your neurotransmitters. Brain Boost Plus TM is engineered for that in-the-moment performance. It works by supporting the creation of key neurotransmitters like dopamine and acetylcholine. Those are the chemicals your brain uses for focus and learning. The result is sustained mental energy, sharper precision, and quicker reaction times, all without that harsh crash you get from traditional stimulants. Ultimately, this all leads to a new way of thinking about brain longevity. It's a future that's defined not by chance, but by a clinician-guided and science-driven approach. And of course, a cornerstone of any clinical approach is trust. That's why this protocol is precision manufactured and then rigorously tested by an independent third party. They verify every single batch for purity, ensuring what's on the label is exactly what's in the bottle. They confirm its potency, its safety, and the complete absence of any contaminants. This isn't just a standard, it's an assurance of clinical-grade quality. The key takeaway here is this: cognitive decline is not inevitable. With precision neuro-optimization, it is possible to restore function and enhance the brain's natural ability to repair itself. The power to rebuild and maintain our most vital organ is truly within the grasp of modern science.